Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather. It's Monday morning, June the 29th. Can you believe this month is almost over? It's yay close to it. We're heading toward the 4th of July weekend. I hope you've got some plans to spend with friends and family, and that we do remember what the 4th of July is truly all about. Very important, especially during these times that are in chaos. And that is going on. I also want to remind you, I brought up last week about a new podcast that I'm a part of with my partner Terry McIlvain. If you hadn't had a chance to hear about this yet, it's going to be released pretty soon. We have a Facebook page set up called Secrets from the South, and we'll be posting when that'll be out. It's real quick though, and we'll want your opinion. I've never done one of these before, so I'd like to know if I'm doing it right, if you like it, dislike it, whichever the case may be. But we'd like for you to listen to that. That's coming up. Again, the name of it is Secrets from the South. That's right around the corner. Now let's go to your forecast this morning, brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. As we go to radar this morning, no rain whatsoever. That's all great news for us. And what does the forecast have in store for us today? As we turn to that, it's only a 20% chance of showers, and that's going to fall again in those afternoon hours and warm. 92, that heat index is going to be 99-ish, 100, right along in there. As we turn to tonight, 71 for our low, back with a 30% chance of showers tomorrow. And that high, well, 93 once again. It's going to be warm. As we head into Wednesday, we've got a 40% chance of showers, and the high again in those mid-90s there. So it's a warm week for us. On the way, we'll look at a 7-day forecast to find out exactly what's going to happen on the 4th of July and dig deeper into that. First off, I don't think it's going to be a shock to anybody about what happened yesterday in Jackson. As we go to news this morning, lawmakers voted to change the Mississippi flag. Now, the House passed the bill at 91-23, and then the Senate passed it later in the afternoon, 37-24. I think most people in Mississippi knew that this was going to come at some point, but I don't think everyone expected it quite like this. As you go back and you think, well, didn't the governor say something totally different about this at some point to where that he wouldn't let this happen, that the people would? Well, as a matter of fact, I've run up on, let's go over here and take a look. Let's go back to Governor Tate Reeves' Facebook page of what he had to say about it. And this was on June the 8th.
Very vocal about this issue for a long time. My position has not changed. I spent much of 2019 telling the people of this state what I believed, and that is there is going to come a time at some point, I'm sure, in which the people of Mississippi are going to want to change the flag. And my position is that when they want to do that, it should be the people who make that decision, not some backroom deal by a bunch of politicians in Jackson. And while I know that the last few weeks has certainly increased conversations around that and many other topics, and justifiably so, I believe one of the problems we have in America right now is that people don't trust their politicians. One of the reasons they don't trust their politicians is because politicians tell people one thing during an election year, and then they go out and do something else the very next year once they get elected. I'm not going to do that. I told the people what I believed. I told the people of Mississippi that I believe that there may come a time when that change is determined by the people of our state, and I think it ought to be changed by the people, not by a group of politicians in Jackson.
Okay. Did anybody catch all of that? He says that the people should vote on it, and then that's why people lose faith in who they elect because they don't do what they say. Am I wrong in what I heard? I think not, because he said that he would sign it. And again, I think most people knew that it would come to it, but they really thought it would come to a vote and that it would be chosen by the people. And I don't think most people would have had a problem with it. But I do think a lot of people voted for Tate Reeves because he goes, I stand for this, I stand for that. That's a promise broke. I don't see any other way that you can look at it any differently. So what happens on the next issue when somebody takes, because I've heard that they say that they may put in God we trust. What happens when somebody goes, well, I don't like that? Do they just change it? Anyway, it's something to think on. It looks as though Tate Reeves has backed out and did exactly what he said he wouldn't do, babyface Tate. Anyway, as we go back to more news of what's going on, John Wayne And it looks like John Wayne's going to be coming down at the airport in California. He's under attack. California Democrats in Orange County are demanding that he come out of it, and I do believe that they're going to do this. As you'll see, the statue of John Wayne out front, that's going to go away, and anything in the airport that resembles John Wayne will be taken out. The Duke will be gone forever out of the airport. On to other stories this morning. The Golden Girls also under attack by Hulu this time. And this comes from an episode, I think it was in the 3rd season, if I'm not mistaken there. And the title of the episode was Mixed Blessing. As Dorothy's son comes in, he's engaged to a black lady. Blanche and Rose come in the room, and they have mud on their face. They're saying it's racist, and they've already taken the episode down. Golden Girl fans are upset. As we move to more stories that are going on, just really, where do things stop? A man backed up to the 10 Commandments in Montana, hooked it to his truck, and pulled it down. Now, he's been arrested, but the damage is done. Where does it stop? New York, a 49% spike in cops retiring. Can you blame them? I mean, truthfully, think about that. They get no backing from anyone. No one stands by them. There's a lot of good ones out there, and I feel for those, and I don't blame them for retiring. Lori Lothkin, you'll remember her from Full House. She's going to go to jail, her and her husband, for 2 months. This is such sad news. They've had to resign from the country club because others complained. I mean, come on, give us a break. They're worried about a country club, and the rest of everybody else in America is trying to figure out how to put 2 matchsticks together and make it through these hard times of people that hadn't worked. Wow. This one is really touching. I think everybody has a special place in their heart for Mary Ann. She was on Gilligan's Island. You remember a few years back, 2 or 3 years ago, they raised money for her because she couldn't pay her medical bills, and they put up a GoFundMe and paid her medical bills for her. She's in a nursing home, and she's had a fan take advantage of her. An overzealous fan is the way they're wording that, and she's got dementia, and he's gotten her Social Security number out of her and a few other things, and they had to put a restraining order on him from calling her, texting her, mailing her, everything. It's sad when you get into a situation like that. But I think everybody has a special place for old Mary Ann there, and we'll keep her in our hearts and our prayers. As we turn to the 4th of July, make sure that you drop in and see my friend Joe out in Collinsville when it comes to getting all of your groceries when you get ready for that big cookout. See Joe today, and he can help you. Some of the specials that are going on. And I mentioned this before, the peaches. The Georgia peaches are $1.69 a pound that you can pick up there at Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, along with, how about some potatoes? You're going to have some of that as well on the grill. You can get the 8-pound bag for $3.99, those Idaho russet potatoes. Other great deals include some Ritz crackers. You can get that 12 to 13-ounce box, 2 for $6. Not a bad deal at all, is it? Also, Piggly Wiggly, if you're needing some of these great barbecue sauce to go on whatever you're cooking for the 4th, you can get that Sweet Baby Ray's 18-ounce bottle for $1.79. Also, the Sara Lee 9-inch frozen 27-34-ounce, $3.99 if you're needing some dessert there to throw on for the 4th. And also some, who doesn't need French fries? Yep, they've got those for you. The Super Crispy Kringle Cut Fries, you can get those for 2 for $5. Along with drinks, if you're needing some of those, also to put on ice, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, 2 for $9. You can find that and so much more. If you need charcoal, and some of the best meat that you'll find in town can be found right there at the Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
So what does the weather have in store for us over the 4th as we go back to take a look at this? By Thursday, we'll have a 90% chance of rain. Friday, let me take that back, high of 90, 70% chance of rain. And by Saturday, we've got a 60% chance of rain. So it looks like the 4th could be a wet one for us. Now, again, this is several days out, so this could change and be less before it gets here. So let's don't get too upset just yet. But it is forecasted for the 4th of July to have some rain. That's what's going on. So again, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this morning. Thanks. Share with a friend and let everyone know about Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by